Hi friends, Valerie Turner with Close to My Heart, and I am so excited to be with you for our Fresh Paint Creative Design Studio layouts. We are going to have so much fun with flip flaps and some inking techniques and all kinds of fun things. So let's go ahead and get started. Here is the left side of layout number 1, which will have this fun flip flap element here. So let's get started. So we are going to start building all these pieces parts. Let's see. Move some of these things out of the way. Okay, so we are going to start building our base page. So this is the left side of layout 1 with the flip flap, but we are going to start with this part of the left side. This is our base part, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get started here. Couple things that we want to make note is that our green piece is going to start 2 1/4 down, so I'm backwards on my thing here, so I'm counting down. So our green is going to start at 2 1/4 down, and so we're going to do some inking up here, okay, before we do that. All right, so that's the first thing that we're going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and put this piece of paper here. This is going to be our base, this fun speckled paint background. We said that it's going to start at 2 1/4 down, so I'm going to just take my ruler and a pencil here and draw a little line right there, okay? It'll get covered up or we'll erase it later, but I wanted to start with that line. All right, and I have just a little piece of my Versamat here. You can use your big Versamat. I just am trying to get enough room here in my camera, so I just have my little one here for now, but you use what works best for you. This is just a smaller one that I cut down from my bigger one. So what we're going to do is we are going to take a baggie. You can use the baggie that your little pieces came in, your little acrylic shapes came in. You can use a sandwich bag, you can use a piece of acetate, whatever works for you. And we're gonna use it with some ink here, okay? Okay, so we've drawn our line at 2 1/4 down from the top. That's where we're gonna do our inking, and I'm also going to just lay these photo mats across here, just kind of getting a little bit of an idea where my colors are gonna land. Okay. Just getting an idea. They're going to be a little tipped a little bit different ways, but I'm just getting an idea of where they're going to fall so that I can get my inking in the right spots. Okay. And I'm just going to move these down so I know I'm going to ink right here for these 2 colors. All right, are you guys ready for this fun technique? Okay, so I have a bag. It doesn't matter how big or how small it is. I don't know, some shapes or something came in here. So I'm going to take it and just scrunch it up a little bit on the bottom and hold it like this. I did try to do it like this, and it was leaving my fingerprints versus this inky, splattery look, right? So I did end up just bunching it up like that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put some of my ink over here on my mat. Okay, and we are going to take this and try not to shake the camera too much. And we are just gonna apply this ink onto our paper right above where our orange is going to be. Now you could do it down at the bottom as well if you wanted, but I didn't. I just did it at the top here, and then I did it at the top and the bottom of this piece here, which we will do in just a minute. Okay. And then we're going to take our 6 by 12 piece, okay, and I'm going to line this up over the top. Okay, so now I want my orange to go on here. Okay, and I'm going to turn it over. And I'm going to do orange again directly below it. And the reason why I'm doing it here is because remember this, under this line here is going to be covered. So I don't care if I get a lot there because it's going to be covered. Okay. So this is going to be our top. All right, the next thing that we're gonna do is get some paper towel and clean this up here, or baby wipe, or your chamois. Okay, so now we are going to clean the ink off of our baggie because we're gonna use it for other colors, or you could grab another baggie, right? Okay, and then clean it off of your all-purpose mat. And the nice thing about the all-purpose mat is that everything wipes up nice and clean, no fuss. Okay. Now we are going to do the same thing with the lemonade color. I'm going to put some lemonade down here. I'm going to take my baggie and I'm going to scrunch it up. And I'm going to put the yellow right next to the orange. And it's okay if you overlap it a little bit. Okay. And then we're going to bring in our 6 by 12 piece, and we're going to do the yellow on there as well. This is really hard to do and not shake the camera, so I'm really sorry. So I don't know if you just saw, but I did it more with my finger than being scrunched, and it actually left my fingerprint there. So that's something to keep in mind. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it over and do the same thing on this side. In one of the videos, I didn't record these in the order, so I don't remember which one it was in, but in one of the videos I mentioned that this is a fun technique to do with bubble wrap. Okay, you get like a honeycomb look, which is super fun. Okay, so now I'm going to clean the ink off of my baggie because we are going to use it again. Ink off of my all-purpose mat. Normally your all-purpose mat will stick to your table and it won't move while you're using it, but I have a paper mat. This black piece is a my little secret, is a paper mat under there so it doesn't stick. So if you see it moving around, that's why. On your table it won't move. Okay. All right, the next thing we're gonna do is some black, and we're gonna do that down in the corner here for where our skateboard's gonna go. Down in this little corner, there's 3, so I'm going up this way now, 3 to 4. So in this little corner right here, we're gonna put some black, okay? So I'm gonna move these out of the way. Okay, I'm gonna put some intense black here. Scrunch up my little baggie. And you do want to be careful. I know you see me doing this sometimes to get more of a coverage on there, but you don't want to do this and then put it here because then it'll look smeared. So always when I do that, I'm tapping it again afterwards just to get that tapped look. And you can even add just a touch of water to it if it's okay. All right, so there we have that, and we're going to go ahead and clean this. I'm going to clean the ink off of my baggie. And clean the ink off of my all-purpose mat. How fun is that? And one of the bonus videos that I'm going to post is about how to make this whole background with the different colors with the shimmer brushes. So watch for that video, which will be posted if it hasn't already. All right. So now we have everything all cleaned up and we're ready to start assembling. So the first thing that we're gonna do is find a zip strip that looks like this, and that is gonna go at the top. And I'm actually gonna turn this around. So this is really the top. I'm just turning it around so it's easier for me to put it together without getting my head in the camera. So this little Versamat works great for our techniques and for doing my adhesive, so I didn't get adhesive everywhere, right? So we're gonna go ahead and line this up at the top. This zip strip is a 1/2 by 12, so you should be lined up at the 1/2. Okay. So that's our top. The next thing is our green piece. Remember, it's going to go at 10 1/4 or 2 1/4, whichever way your measurements are working. Is that confusing, people? I'm sorry, maybe I should turn it this way. Okay, so we're at 2 1/4. Hopefully you're not getting my head in there. Okay, 2 1/4. Okay, the next one is the red one, no, the blue one, I'm sorry. Next is the blue one. And we do want to see where our orange one is going to end up. So the orange one's going to end up at 8 1/4. So I did do that one before I finished the middle because this strip is actually going to go over the top. So if there's any gap, it can cover it. Okay. So the orange one's going to go to 8 1/4. Okay, so we've got 2 1/4 to 8 1/4, which equals our 6 inch, which will be covered by our flip flap, right? Okay, and this one gonna butt right up to the green one. And then the red one, and we don't have a gap in there, but if we did, don't worry because our black strip is going to go in the middle there. Okay. Okay, and so our 6 by 12 piece should go right on top of that. Okay, just making sure we matched everything up correctly. All right, so now we have a little graffiti word, the black graffiti, and that's what I said is going to go right in the middle of the blue and the red. Okay. So the blue and the red meet at 3. So I'm going to put this in the middle. Did you notice I moved this up? Okay, and I'm going to put this in the middle. So 3 should be in the middle. Okay. All right. Next we have another zip strip that says happy. And this one, make sure you got your words going the right way, is just going to go right on top of that orange one, whoops, right to the bottom. So it should come down to 8 1/4. Okay. The next thing is our words down here and our skateboard. All right, oops, I'm dropping pieces. All right, so we have our everyday, which looks so pretty with the liquid glass on it. Okay, so there's our every, and then our day. Okay, so you want to make sure that when you put your day so it fits in there. Okay. All right, and I did put dimension behind this. So I have my scissors, my non-stick. The close to my heart scissors are really awesome with the non-stick, and they have a great tip for doing detailed cutting. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and peel that, and I'm gonna stick this one first because I want to make sure that I have enough room for it. Okay. I love this tape that you can cut it for the size that you need. You hear the birds outside chirping. It's almost summer. It feels like summer, summer, summer. And these layouts are so perfect for summer. So many occasions. I'd love to hear in the comments what you plan to use these layouts for. So many great things. All right. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and peel these off the back. I do tend to use a lot of foam tape when I do, especially letters, because I don't want it to be wavy. I want it to be pretty flush or flat, even, like level. How's that for a word? I want it to be level, not raised in some places and not in others. All right, so here we will put this one every day. Okay, and then we have our little flame, which this flame looks so awesome with the liquid glass. Like, how cool is that? And our skateboard. The skateboard, I want to remove the sticky, so I'm going to use my anti-static pouch here, and I did these videos in a different order, so in one of the later videos I explained all the uses for this anti-static pouch, or the ones that I tend to use it for. But one of the most common things that I use my anti-static pouch, aside from taking static out of shaker cards and shaker elements for layouts, I use it to remove the sticky from my stickers so that I can add 3D foam tape to the back, or so that I can move them around on my layout and stage them to see how I want them before I commit to where to stick them. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put the flame down. I didn't remove the sticky from that one, so I'm going to put that there. And then I'm going to use the 3D foam tape, use the smaller one here on the back of my skateboard. All right. All right, there's that. And then we have a little red heart. And I'm going to use a glue dot on the back of my heart. These glue dots are the best for adhering these acrylic shapes. Okay. All right. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is our 3 photo mats. Now the glitter paper is 3x4, so your pictures are going to be slightly smaller than 3 by 4. You could cut your glitter paper a little bit bigger if you wanted, but I did the Photomats 3 by 4. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and put these in next. Put above here. All right, so that is our base page for now. I know that we have stickers and things to do here, but we're gonna do that after we do our flip flat part here, okay? Okay, so this is what we're gonna build next. So the next thing we wanna do is take our 3/4 by 12 piece of glitter cardstock or glitter paper, and we are going to banner the ends. When I do a banner, I cut a slit up the middle, and then I meet it on the both sides. And as long as you put your first slit in the middle, your banner will always be even. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. Okay. This piece here is going to get adhered, whoops, down on the bottom. So we are working on this 6 by 12 piece right now. So we're going to go ahead and we can move this out of the way actually for now. Okay, so this is going to go on the bottom of our 6 by 12 piece. Like that. All right, next we have our photo mats, and for this one it is red, orange, red, orange, yellow, and green. Now, I will tell you right now that I don't do well with this. I love the look of it, and I believe that when you do this, it adds more movement and flow and character to your scrapbook layout. So I think it's very important to not have things always perfectly straight in a line on your scrapbooks. Like this is straight on a line, okay? I think it's good to not have everything straight and on a line all the time on your scrapbooks because it adds that movement and that interest to your eye. But my brain tells me that everything should be evenly spaced in a line, all going the same direction. Okay, so I love the look of this, but I struggle with it. I'm just being honest with you. So, and once I do it, like, I love it. I got a fingerprint on there of ink. Once I do it, I love how it looks. I think it looks great just the way they are. But I probably moved these pieces a millimeter of the smallest little measurement 100 times, right? Before I committed to gluing them down. That's just what I do. All right, so this one, I think that I like it just as it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little adhesive behind it. This is my little trick. You'll see me do this often. Sneak my adhesive underneath something once I've decided that I like it a certain way. All right, and then this one, I think that we will leave this one like this as well. Okay, and I'll add more adhesive under that in a minute. Okay, so this one, I think we'll put this one right here. Okay. And you want to make sure that you're staying within your 6 by 12 piece, because if you go over the edge, it won't fit in your flip flat. Okay, so now you learned one of my secrets. All right, so now the only one we have left is the yellow one. And so I think we will just do that right there. From our die cut sheet, we have this green one that's going to tuck up under here. And you have to make sure that you're staying within that piece. It can't go over, it won't fit on the flip flat. So I'm going to put it right to the edge. Okay. This one, I'm going to put some foam tape behind this one. I'm actually going to use my circles. So I'm going to put a circle here and a circle here. I'm going to put one at the bottom. Now I'm not going to remove the sticky from this one on the bottom because it's going to go over here and I want to be able to make sure that I can put a photo under it. So we're going to just put this guy right here like that. Next we have our pizza. And I'm going to remove the sticky. I'm going to actually do it off to the side because I don't want to get the powder all over my table. Okay, and our pizza is going to fit right in here like this. And I'm going to put sticky on it. Some foam tape, 3D foam tape in there. Okay, and it's going to cover up onto my layout, onto my photo mat a little bit, so I don't want to remove all of the sticky. Okay, so now when this goes here, like I said, it's going to cover up part of our photo mat, so I am not going to remove the sticky on the bottom part here, only on the top. So I'm going to remove it from that one and part of this one, which will be enough to hold it. Okay, and so I can still get my photo under there. Next we have a tennis shoe. And I'm going to remove the sticky from this. Okay, so I'm not going to remove the sticky on the bottom there, just the top. Okay, and then there's a little smiley face. I don't know where that smiley face is. it's a sticker, so we're going to remove the sticky. Since we have a lot of new people here, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Valerie Turner, and I've been a Close to My Heart consultant for, I just realized I'm not going to be able to get that photo under. Yeah, I guess we can get it there. I have been a Close to My Heart consultant for 15 years in March. I absolutely love what I do. I love teaching techniques and meeting new people and doing prizes and specials and workshops and classes just like this. Super fun. Okay, so now that we have this part done, we're going to bring in our base. And we're going to line this back up here. And now we're going to add in those additional stickers and embellishments that are across the top. Because if you notice, the green's above the green, the yellow's above the yellow, the orange, and the red, right? So we are going to work on that next. All right, so we have a couple little stars. And then a red heart. Okay. And then there's an orange star. And there are a few extra embellishments that I didn't use. So for example, if you wanted to tuck this mushroom in there, you know, there's a couple extra things. If you're a big coffee drinker, there's an extra coffee you could use, stick in there. There's some extra things, you know, feel free to move things around however you want. Okay. All right, and then this one is going to tuck under here. So this here, I'm actually putting underneath that green piece on our base down there, okay? There's a ring. Hardest part's finding all of the pieces. Green heart. And the green star sticker. Okay. And then there's two black hearts. I'm dropping stuff on the floor. Okay, and I'm going to use my glue dots on these because the glue dots work the best. I think I want to move it over. Oops, it's stuck. I was going to move it over a little bit, but it's stuck pretty good already. Okay. So there we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, so there we have all of our little pieces, and we can still get our pictures under there. Look at how fun that is. All right, so the next thing we want to do is, so when you have your flip flap, it's going to adhere up here and it's going to flip up. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is take your flip flap and flip it up. Okay, if you go this way, this is going to be upside down, right? So you want to flip it up, and this is what we're going to work on next. Okay, So I'm going to go ahead and move my base page out of the way. So I just have this now. Okay, so I'll bring this in here. Let's see, move that up. Put this here. Okay, so this is what we're creating, and this is what we're working on down here. Okay, so we have a black piece with the speckled paint. And then we have a word graffiti piece, which is going to go at the top. Okay, and then one of your yellow pieces next. And then there's a piece of glitter that's going to go in between there. I just love this little diamond-y thing with the liquid glass on it. Okay. These look a little crooked, but I'm not going to worry about trying to get them up. Okay, so now we have this done. You'd put your photos or you can put your place cards there, whichever you want. So now we have this, and it's going to flip up like that. And we have this, and it's going to flip up like that. All right, so there we have our left side of layout number 1 done, except for the flip flaps, which we will do at the end. So on this side, we are going to do some blue, orange, and yellow. Okay. Hope I didn't do liquid glass on this one like I did there. All right, so let's see. We're going to start with our inking. Move all these pieces aside. All right. And you remember that our green starts 2 1/4 down. Yep, so we're going to draw a line with our ruler at 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2 1/4. Okay. And then we're going to take our photo mats, and these ones are going to be blue, red, orange, and yellow. And remember, these isn't going to be how they're going to, this isn't how they're going to be exactly, but I'm just getting where I'm going to put the color. Okay. And so we're going to use our blue, orange, and yellow. All right. So now that we have everything cleaned up here, we are ready to start assembling. And the first thing that we're going to do is assemble our base page here. So you remember that our green is going to go at 2 1/4. All right, so we're going to put this okay. All right, and then this one's going to go 8 1/4 down, or okay. So the bottom is at the 8 1/4. So then that should leave us our 6. Should line up right there. Perfect. Next is the blue one. And then the red one. All right, and then our small strip of the black graffiti. Is going to go right between there. So you want to make sure that those travel across. All right. And then we are going to put our happy and that goes right on top of the orange at the bottom, right to the edge of that orange. And then we have 3 photo mats. Now we have some stickers. There's a sticker that says timeless, which is going to go up here. There is a sticker that says whatever it takes. It looks like I used that somewhere else. Okay. Do this. Okay, so we'll put that one up here. I don't know where I used that whatever it takes, but I'll have to find that one. All right, so now we are going to take our 6 by 12 piece, zip strip at the top. I'm going to go ahead and turn this around because it's easier for me and you won't get my head in the camera. And I'm going to put this here. All right. Okay, so we need our die cuts. Okay, and we're going to have the word awesome All right, so now we have all of that done. We're gonna wait to do this part here until we finish our flip-flap portion. Flip-flap portion. All right, there we have that one, my friends. Okay, so now important, remember it's going to flip up, okay? Because if you flip it this way, it's going to be upside down. So you want to flip it up that way. And then now we're going to work on this piece. Oh, that little heart's upside down. Wonder if that little heart was meant to be there, or if it just stuck there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know that it was supposed to be there. I think it just stuck there. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and do these pieces. Remember our okay, and then this little journaling spot here is just going to get tucked under here. All right, and there, my friends, we have that complete. And you can either add your photo mat, your photo place card holders, or add your photos in there. But let's go ahead and bring in our base. Okay, so now we have our base here and we've got this done here. So now we want to do our top pieces up here. All right, so we're going to use this together. And I'm going to remove the sticky from that. Okay, and this one's going to get tucked up right behind here just a little bit. Actually, I think I want to move it over a little bit. Maybe I'm not going to move it over a little bit. Okay. All right, there's that. And then we've got the You Got This. And we're going to remove the sticky from that. one's gonna go right here. All right, so we got that. Now we have some blue stars. Oh my goodness, I'm making a mess over here. Okay, so there's 2 blue stars, a light one and a dark one. And those are gonna go the dark one higher, the light one lower, which it kind of blends in there, doesn't it? I think I'm gonna move those around. So I'm gonna put the dark one and then the lighter one. And then we've got a blue heart, which I'm going to use a glue dot on. So now the glue dot is going to be bigger than the outline of this heart, right? But I'm just going to take it and then fold it over so it's all on the edge there. You can also use liquid glass for these pieces as well. Okay, and then there's a red star. All right, so there we have our flip flap and our base page complete. So the last thing that we have left to do is our flip flaps. All right, so now I have my page protectors and my flip flaps, and we want to be sure, so this is our right side of layout number 1. So we want to make sure that we have our holes to our page protector going the right direction. Okay. All right, so there's that. And then I'm going to grab a 6x12. Now when you're doing flip flaps like this, you want to make sure that your page is all the way seated down in your layout, because if it was like this, it would still be in the layout, in the page protector, but look at our gap at the bottom, and eventually our layout would work its way down to the bottom, and then our flip flap would not match up. Okay. All right, so we have that there like that. Okay, and then this one's going to go here like this. So I'm going to go ahead and put this into my 6x12 flip flap. The later it gets in the evening and I lose my natural light, my lighting is not the best in here, so I apologize. This is the last piece we're going to have on this video, is this flip flap here. If I can get it in here. Oh. Okay. All right, so the best advice I can give you before you glue this down is to make sure that you have it in the right way so that when it flips, it's going to flip up correctly. Oops, I see I bent this little piece getting it in there. There we go, we can fix it. Okay, so now we have this here, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to peel this adhesive backing off of. I'm trying not to touch on that there because it'll remove the sticky and it'll put fingerprints in it. Okay, and we're gonna stick it down. And then look, there you have it. Okay, so there is our right side of layout number 1 with our flip flap. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing with the other side. Okay, so we have our other side. Now this one's going to be the left side, so you want to make sure your holes are going the right way. And put it in your page protector and make sure it's seated all the way down. Sometimes people think that these big 6x12 flip flaps are scary, but they're really not. They're so easy. And another trick that I have for you too is that I often create a full 12x12 page and then just cut it in half. And then I have 1/2 for each of my 6x12 flip flaps. Now this one we're putting it in the middle of the page, so it's a little different, but that's another trick for you. Okay, I'm going to put this one in here. It's a little snug, and we've got these embellishments on here that make it even harder to get in there. Okay, and you want to make sure this is all the way seated down as well. Okay. Give it a good crease, and then we're going to tear this, and then we're going to line this up over our all right, so there is your other side with your flip flap. How fun is that? I hope that you have enjoyed layout. I hope that you have enjoyed layout number 1, Everyday Awesome, with our 2 6x12 flip flaps here. How fun is that? I look forward to seeing you in layout number 2.